I've been wandering the city for days. Although I fail to discover new information, I feel more free than ever before. But what surprised me was that every revenant here firmly believes they'll return to Philos one day. And before I knew it, I started to believe it too.
Within that rotten black castle is the Mad King, who sits on an abandoned throne. Countless kingdoms, innumerable cities, all their denizens wept under the hooves of the tyrant's iron cavalry.
At the square in the busiest part of the city, many revenants have gathered. I pull my hood tighter and move closer.
The dead were turned into weapons. Their bones and souls are mere cannon fodder for his wars. When he confronted the Order of Babel, many of our brethren were reduced to ashes by his hand.
In the center of the crowd stands a revenant in white robes. Passionately denouncing the Mad King's crimes, he's dressed as an acolyte from the Order of Babel. He looks familiar. Is he the acolyte who escaped that day?
Will we come back to life next month? Unhand me!
No more dissenting voices rise from the crowd. The revenant acolyte surveys the gathering before speaking with satisfaction.
But we have received good tidings. The Chosen One, who shall deliver us, has answered our call. She's already here.
Anticipation ripples through the revenants, and some lower their heads to whisper a devout prayer. Most fix their intense gazes on the acolyte. They eagerly await his next words.
Before the apocalypse descends, the sacred pilgrimage ceremony will proceed as planned. We shall reach the Tree of Life and return to our homeland.
What is this pilgrimage ceremony and Tree of Life they speak of?
Where's the Chosen One?
The Chosen One. The Chosen One is...
A sense of foreboding stirs within me. I turn to leave as I hear excited shouts behind me.
Over there!
The revenant acolyte points at me, and so every revenant's gaze falls on me.
She is the Chosen One! Our prayers have summoned her!
Acting as if they've seen a goddess, the revenants run toward me. Fervent cries resound. Countless hands reach out and cut off my escape route. Jubilant, they hoist me above their heads. Wait! Release me at once! The revenants carry me to the castle perched on the tallest hill. I wasn't even given the slightest chance to struggle or escape. The acolyte clears his throat and shouts at a half-open window located on an upper floor of the castle.
The one who stands before you is the slayer of the eternal night, the night of refulgence. The pilgrimage ceremony's shepherd, the ruler of fate, the shining beacon of hope to Philos' countless survivors. And she will be your nemesis until you die. Our prayers have summoned the Chosen One.
Did he come up with those titles in the time it took to get here? The black window frame slightly stirs, and a dagger with a cold gleam is thrown down.
My castle is too small for your ilk. Only your chosen one can come in to slay me. And there will be a sea of blood if you let me handle the selection process.
In the blink of an eye, the righteously indignant revenants scatter in all directions. Even the enthusiastic acolyte runs away and disappears like smoke. A chill runs down my spine as I look up. The figure near the window meets my gaze.
I see they've made their choice.
Resigned, I sigh inwardly and pick up the dagger. In the vast, empty hall with a tiled floor, only the sound of footsteps echoes. The candle's flames sway from wrought iron chandeliers. Light and shadow interweave like spiderwebs across the cold stone walls. It's been a long time. I stop at the foot of the throne and look up at him.
You bear all their hopes and dreams, and their very faith rests upon your shoulders. How does it feel?
It's not great. But I'm not here to duel you to the death. I know what I want for that silver coin. I step forward and meet his gaze. I try my best to appear confident. Your observations are correct. These revenants are in a cage made from their own obsessions. I can't save them, and I don't intend to try. Since I have no interest in being the chosen one, returning to Philos is my best choice. Once I'm there, I can recover my name, my memories, and myself.
Xavier, I need you to help me return to Philos.
Is Philos important to you?
Of course. It's my homeland and the only place I can remember. If the revenants strongly believe they can return, then perhaps a method exists. I'm no different from them if I can't remember anything.
Let's assume this Philos you desperately wish to return to no longer exists. What then?
Is he reminding me, or is he trying to make me give up?
You have my permission to stay here. Though, we need a relationship that binds us since we'll be together for a long time.
I agree. As soon as he let his guard down, I quickly agreed and scrambled in my mind for a role that could connect me to the king. Minister, attendant, knight, or a loyal subject. In any case, I'll need time before I can give you a satisfactory answer. That figure, surrounded by countless blades on the throne behind him, simply let out a faint laugh. Are the swords on your throne truly mementos from assassins?
Do you want to leave one yourself?
Our conversation hits a wall. I clench my fist before turning away with a smile.
I'll just pretend I didn't hear him. By the way, can I have a room that has access to fresh air?
I'll allow it.
After I entered the castle, the underground gambling den began taking bets on how the Chosen One would die. Getting thrown into a forest with evil phantoms only to be devoured, sinking to the bottom of the cinders, or dying because of his massive blade. These 3 deaths are ranked with different odds, but they're at the top of the list. No one believes the Mad King will let me live. If the Chosen One dies, then it means they weren't the real one. So they'll wait for another. However, if the Chosen One survives and escapes from their enemy, that means
Our salvation is at hand.
the revenants from that land of exiles cheer. Their dreadful suffering will finally come to an end. They sing their praises for days, and even though I chose the castle's highest room, their voices still penetrate the walls. But ever since I escaped the monastery, the arduous journey of poor sleep and traveling without proper rest has left me exhausted. Now that I have shelter, exhaustion washes over me like a tidal wave.
Revenants don't need to eat, yet I'm forced to endure this hunger. That night, I carry a lit candle and slowly make my way down the winding stone staircase to reach the kitchen. He rarely eats. What a frightening person. I conduct a thorough search only to find roots and mushrooms.
What are you doing?
Don't you need to sleep?
I heard music, so I decided to investigate. What instrument is that? The sound is unique.
It's the wailing of a hungry ghost. "15 minutes later, he brings over a bowl of mushroom soup. It's brightly colored.
This is all I have.
It's all right. I'm not a picky eater. The taste is rather strange, but I've been starving for several days. It's nothing short of a rare delicacy. Once I swallow a spoonful, my stomach begins to churn violently and the entire world seems to spin. Bizarre, otherworldly visions appear before my eyes. Revenants dance in the air, and Xavier's black cloak suddenly transforms into a giant floating blanket.
In this dream, I saw Philos again. It was far away from me, yet it was still beautiful. Walls of brilliant snow white surrounded the city. Towers loomed in clusters, their vibrant flags fluttering. The streets gleamed with a soft radiance. A procession of silvery white knights slowly navigates through the streets. Covered in flowers, they head to the ancient royal capital. The knight who's leading them is surrounded by people. It's impossible to see his face clearly. He carries a certain air. Although he has returned from his journey, his presence is strangely familiar.
All of you can go on ahead. I'll join you once I've seen her.
The sun, moon, and stars revolve as he turns around. My vision blurs and the white city walls transform into a clock tower bathed in the sunset's glow. He turns around, sees me, and smiles. Before I can recognize him, a flock of pigeons flies past us. Their flapping wings obscure his eyes.
I thought you'd never see me again.
I open my eyes, and I feel like I was in a very long dream. I see the hem of a black garment as it casts a graceful arc under the candlelight. That man is looking at me. It's as if he stepped out of my dream.
I have an antidote.
In his hands, he's holding a bowl of medicine that gives off a faintly bitter scent.
Although I've returned to my senses, I'm at a loss of words.
I already tasted it.
Misinterpreting my thoughts, he speaks in a calm tone. I hesitate before reaching out to grab the hem of his clothes. I squeeze it a few times.
No. No, I'm not a hallucination that appeared because you were poisoned.
He sits down at the edge of the bed, his elegant long fingers supporting the back of my neck as he brings the bowl of medicine to my lips. His pose is unmistakably intimate, yet his expression remains unchanged. His eyelashes aren't even raised once. I hear a clamor. Did something happen?
It's war.
There is a war happening here, in a place like this?
Yes. Some of the revenants harbor obsessions from their past, waging war relentlessly. They never really die, and they don't stop.
They were once your subjects, Your Majesty. Why do you make it sound like it has nothing to do with you?
Listen. The loudest voices belong to those trying to find a way to rescue you, the Chosen One. If you die here, I'm afraid my moments of peace will significantly decrease for the next month.
The light flickers on his face as he picks up the bowl again.
Open your mouth.
The slightly bitter liquid spreads across my tongue. He gives me a sidelong glance, but he doesn't look away until he's confirmed I finished every drop. During the days I've been bedridden, outlandish rumors have spread throughout the city. The Mad King has become the Chosen One's servant. The Chosen One risked her life. The Chosen One has made a great sacrifice. They've misunderstood my actions from when I picked up a dagger and stormed into the castle. The Revenants are so moved by this supposed heroism that they gather at the riverside below the castle every night to sing their praises. When he gets annoyed by their wailing cacophony, he occasionally heads out with his sword in hand. He returns quickly and their voices disappear. I'm unsure of what happened outside. However, the shouting isn't as frequent as it was before for the past few days. Since then, finding a way to return to Philos became my only goal. The Cinders is not a single river. It's connected to numerous tributaries of various sizes. They intertwine like a tree's root system and extend in all directions. Some of these tributaries flow into gloomy swamps or plunge into bottomless ravines. Others lead to lairs with revenant knights. Yet no matter where I look, I'm unable to locate the Tree of Life from Philosian myths. Day after day, I mark new locations on my map, only to cross out their names later. Exhausted, I climb down the castle wall. The moon has already reached its zenith. A figure is in the garden behind the castle. His hair reflects a faint luster under the moonlight. Is that Xavier? His interests have changed as of late. Instead of killing others, he grows flowers. Yet not even a fraction of light touches Cindersfell, and only lumen flora grow here. The flower he tends to is one I haven't seen before. What kind of flower is that? Curious, I walk up to him. He glances at me before he continues to water the plants.
One that shouldn't be able to survive here.
Then why are you growing it? He doesn't answer me, his fingertips touching the withered stem. I'm not sure if he didn't hear me or doesn't want to respond. I know you have secrets. You don't need to tell me.
The fact that I have secrets shouldn't be a secret.
But this secret is related to a certain person, yes? I crouch down beside him and push aside a cluster of leaves. The wilted leaves' veins have taken on a yellowish hue, and the light blue flower bud droops. It looks so fragile that it might snap at any moment. People typically grow flowers to remind themselves of someone, or give them as a gift. I doubt there's anyone you'd want to give flowers to in this city, though.
There is one person.
Who? He sets the watering can aside, turns to face me, and looks into my eyes.
We'll talk about it when the flower blooms.
I don't know if it will ever blossom. However, I do know that someone who promised to help me hasn't kept his word. He nods thoughtfully.
You created a map of the entire city. Then you walked along the tributaries large and small. You've done good deeds all the while. Tales related to your acts of kindness have spread throughout the land.
I was collecting information. Wait, how do you know about all of this? You rarely leave the castle.
Would you say these methods of yours are effective?
I'm quiet. Then I shake my head.
None of them are the correct method to return to Philos. What a pity.
He's always like this.
He dismisses my words with a few of his own. Well, we'll set that aside for now. About that relationship you mentioned before, I've made up my mind. I'll be... I heard some of those mindless revenants were once Philos' knights.
Knights are symbols of their ruler's status, and the relationship between a ruler and their knights is one of loyalty and duty. You lack trustworthy allies, so I can be your knight. You must have been lonely for a long time, am I wrong? Relationships between rulers and subjects, even the one between master and servant, is too predictable. We should be companions who fight side by side. You don't need to walk on this path alone. I can accomplish.
Don't be sentimental.
My identity is known far and wide. I've also earned a bit of respect. Why don't you step back and let me be the actual ruler of Cindersfell? A queen, in other words.
That way you won't be bothered by outside affairs. It doesn't matter if you want to plant flowers, kill revenants, or live a quiet life. To put it simply, I want to be someone who's important to you. Perhaps worried about losing a stable source of food, I made a vow with the utmost sincerity. I don't know what his thoughts are, however.
What do you mean by important?
Let's say you're the only one that matters in my life.
Huh. So you want to protect me?
As if he couldn't hear me clearly, he crosses his arms and takes another step toward me. He's pretending he made a humble inquiry. I doubt you need my protection when you wield a sword like that. But when those revenants attack again, I'll be by your side. He actually laughed. I can hardly believe my eyes.
I can help you figure out a method. On the other hand, you need to find a way to make a flower bloom.
Are you sure it can still be saved? After agreeing to this surprisingly simple condition, I returned to my room. After spending these days together, Xavier seemed nothing like the mad king those acolytes talked about.
But the way he took me in and promised to help felt like just an excuse to keep me here. Could it be because of that, the Chosen One rumor?
With no answer for now, I sighed, yet his smile from moments ago kept flashing through my mind. Call of an owl resounds outside the balcony. A shadow swoops down, drops an envelope with a wax seal, and then flies away. Huh? I return to my bed and open the envelope. On the letter, the stark, concise handwriting catches my eye.
We would like to invite the chosen one to our sacred monastery so she can observe the selection process for the pilgrimage ceremony tomorrow. The Order of Babel looks forward to your answer.